kamale madhavena kridarata Brahmananda namastubhyam Sadguru Lokanayaka. Ordinarily, I would have kind of complained about, it's just 10 minutes to go before the Aarti, and Mahayogananda said, you can kind of go a little further. I won't blame it because we had some wonderful Ram Naam and the wonderful Hanuman Chalisa. It's kind of connected with Raja Maharaj. There are many stories. One of them is Swami Brahmananda, Raja Maharaj, and Swami Turiyananda. They were both practicing austerities in the sense meditations on the banks of the river Sarayu. And there was a famine in those areas. There was hardly any food for people. Forget the monks, and monks go out and beg for their food. And he is grumbling, Swami Brahmananda, you couldn't have looked after me like this there in Dakshineshwar. You pampered me, and here I am without food. I am not going out to do my holy beggings. So both he and Swami Turiyananda decided they are not going to go out to beg for their food, and they will spend their whole time meditation and chanting the name of God. So they spent the whole day. Nothing happened. The next morning they went to bathe in that river, and a monk came. He's saying, please come. You both have been fasting, and please come to my, you can say, ashram. Saying, no, what's that? No, you please come. I'll tell you later. So they both followed that monk, and Raja Maharaj had asked Sri Ramakrishna hot khichdi, that is, rice and lentils boiled together. Probably you had it today, some of you. So, he's saying, after he ate, he asked the monk, what happened? He's saying, you see, for 24 years I have been calling on Rama, and I had lost all hope. And last night, Rama came in a vision and said, wake up, prepare khichdi, hot khichdi, and 2 of my devotees will go on down to bathe. You invite them and feed them. So he became so emotionally saying, because of you two, I've had the vision of Rama. And Raja Maharaj also became emotional. I was grumbling and complaining that you're not looking after me. There it was. There are various, Hanuman, we had a nice Hanuman, you can say, Chalisa also. As we know, Raja Maharaj saw Hanuman, of course not in this form, the form we know. He had come disguised as a human being. And there was a Ram Naam being sung in Benares. And after everyone had left, one old man slowly, with difficulty, got up and he left. And Raja Maharaj was there. He's saying, that is Hanuman. So, I shouldn't be complaining. We had Rama and Hanuman both together. And Moghalai chai. I hope you all enjoyed the Moghalai chai. That was also his kind of contribution. Ram Naam actually is sung in all the centers of the Ramakrishna mission, the Ramakrishna order. So here we have Raja Maharaj. He was born on 21st January 1863. It's very strange. And Sri Ramakrishna was born in 1836. We see a kind of the power structure was in Europe during that time. During the early and the mid 1800s, we saw vast discoveries, scientists, great men, people traveling, people getting rich. Europe was everything, and Europe was kind of manifesting its great powers. Everything was going on fantastic. But during that time also some madmen also were born. For instance, we had in Germany, we had in Russia, we had in Spain, we had in Italy, all crazy men who are going to decimate Europe. And the power struggle going to be so intense, and the power would shift to a new place. That was a chaos during the early and the mid 1800s. And you see, almost the whole of the world was kind of involved. Colonies and people were being killed, and there was so much of slavery. Women were slowly coming out of their confines. They were fighting for their rights. Everywhere there was a huge chaos. And in one small place called Dakshineshwar in Calcutta, there was Sri Ramakrishna was born, and with all his close disciples. In fact, he had brought down some of these disciples whom he had interacted in the previous ages. So we have Raja Maharaj. He was, as Sri Ramakrishna, Ishvara Koti. That is, these souls are eternally free. They come down only to help us, as we are called Jiva Kotis. Their work has got a tremendous, you can say, impact, which will run down for centuries and centuries and centuries. We are just seeing the beginning of this. So here was a spiritual wave going to inundate the madness all around. Yes. In the Upanishad, we have the god of death telling his pupil, Yama, there is something called Shreyas and Preyas, that which is desirable and that which leads you to the ultimate good. Both choices come before you. Take one up. You want this, all this power and glory and all this, but then after a few years we found what power did and what glory did. Europe went through 2 huge wars, and millions of people died. What for? We don't know. There are these forces. So what do we choose? Yeah, we choose this. And as the center of gravity was shifting from Europe, it was already dawning on America. Here it was coming. It was shifting towards America. And the spiritual wave which had arisen there in Dakshineshwar, that too was going to come here. And America was going to be the meeting point of these 2 waves. Now we have a choice. What do you want? Sometimes I wonder why Swami Vivekananda spent so many years going around for what? I couldn't understand. After all these years, when you see the large picture, yes, there was some big plan going on. And we are actually fortunate today to have both these forces. Both these forces are creative but has to be tempered. The chaotic, the power wave has to be tempered with the spiritual wave. A great good is waiting for humanity. And if the US, America can do it, it will be there for all times. And we'll have to choose what we want. So here we have Raja Maharaj. He was born in a village about 35 miles from Calcutta. His mother was Kailash Kamini and his father was Ananda Mohan. They were both very devoted people. Sri Ramakrishna one time, he's saying, Mother, he's praying to a divine mother. Mother, give me a young boy who will be with me, whom I can share my feelings and who can be my companion. And the Divine Mother had shown him a boy. And he was so pleased. He told his nephew, Hriday, you see, Divine Mother showed me, oh, you see, uncle, you are going to be a father soon. What? No, it's impossible. The second time, the Divine Mother had shown Sri Ramakrishna a boy. She bought a young babe and put him in his lap. So, Mother, what is this? Well, your son. But will I have a son? No, it's a spiritual son. And he was so pleased. He was waiting for this spiritual son to arrive. One day in 1881, he saw on the river Ganga 1,000-petal lotus floating down and two young boys dancing. And the dance was so beautiful. They had both worn those jingling anklets and they were both dancing. And Sri Ramakrishna looked at them and he was... One was Sri Krishna, the boy, and the other was his companion. And when Sri Ramakrishna first saw Raja Maharaj come, he recognized him. And he was so delighted. Here I have somebody now who is going to be my constant companion, whom I can share my feelings and thoughts and realization. Generally what happens is we see, you have a rich parent, you have a rich father and mother, and the children are spoiled. You noticed? Yeah, it's everywhere, don't worry. These guys think like, hey, their money is my money. And they become worthless at times. Sri Ramakrishna also, his spiritual son, he never kind of gave everything. He's saying, okay, do whatever you want. No. He made him competent to receive what he was going to give. For instance, saying, one time, Raja Maharaj, he found a coin which was dropped, on the road. And he was feeling generous. He picked up a coin and gave it to some poor person, beggar probably. And he came and told Sri Ramakrishna, hey, what? If you don't eat fish, what are you doing in that fish market? You are going to renounce everything. Why did your vision, your perception even go to that coin, and what made you lift it up? We would have said, oh, his action is kind of noble. He was showing his detachment. There was another instance where he's saying, why can't I see you? Have you done something? He's saying, no, nothing. He's saying, there's a kind of a dark cloud around you. Have you told a lie? Well, lie in the sense of, he thought maybe some gross lie, So no, I don't. Then he recollected, I had told a friend in a kind of fib, a hilarious way, I told something which was not true. Saying, that is why I can't see you. So here he is training his spiritual son. We also have one time, a few people had come in a horse carriage, and Sri Ramakrishna bolted in his room and told Raja Maharaj, go tell them he is not available now. Those people came, they said, is the Paramahamsa here? Saying, we want some medicines, there's somebody is sick at home, we like to. So Raja Maharaj said, no, see, that is kind of, there's another Durgananda Brahmachari there in that Panchavati, you go to him, he will get some medicine. Those people were left. Raja Maharaj returned and Sri Ramakrishna told him, I seen such tamas, I seen darkness over them. I got frightened. That's why I ran away. Saying, did you see them as kind of having a cloud of darkness around them? He's saying, yeah, don't you know how to read people? He's saying, no. Well, I'll teach you. And he taught him how to understand and read people. And that stood him in good stead when he later became the president of the order. He could see people and understand. He never used to criticize them, of course. So here we have, also one time, there was a poor person, a staff in one of the temple garden. He was sick and Raja Maharaj was trying to nurse him. He was in great pain. So Raja Maharaj, he chanted some mantra which Ramakrishna had taught him. And that slowly the pain subsided. And Raja Maharaj saw a young girl, 10 or 12 year old, moving around the place here, in the room. So he understood the Divine Mother. Mother, will he be cured? He said, yes, he'll be cured. And the patient was cured. Later, he told that to Sri Ramakrishna also, and Sri Ramakrishna scolded him. Yes, not because he cured, because he was exhibiting powers even before he could accumulate his powers. So here we have constantly, one time, Sri Ramakrishna said, you massage my feet. Saying, no, I'm not going to massage your feet. Saying, no, there is a great, you can say, result in serving sadhus, you see. So very reluctantly he started massaging his Ramakrishna's feet. Then he saw a young girl, it's a Divine Mother as a young girl, moving around him and then entering into Sri Ramakrishna. And he was kind of shocked. So Sri Ramakrishna says, you see the result of serving holy men? Results are quick. So you need to serve sadhus. So all through we find him testing his character. One time he says, I can't just get rid of lust. When Sri Ramakrishna just wrote a mantra, uttered and wrote a mantra, and off it went off. So he was here trying to guide this new spiritual son. And we see him, in fact, Swami Satymayananda says, when I used to see Raja Maharaj walking from behind, it looked as if Sri Ramakrishna. Not only Raja, then Hari Maharaj, Swami Ramakrishnananda at Chennai. Somebody bought something to offer to Sri Ramakrishna, saying, you offer it to Rakal Maharaj. Offering to him is as good as offering to Sri Ramakrishna. There's another incident. One Vidya Vinod, the devotee in Bhubaneswar, is saying, I once went to meet Sri Ramakrishna and I knew he had a tremendous insight and my heart wasn't pure. I got frightened. I returned. So Raja Maharaj said, so you couldn't meet him? He said, no, I couldn't meet him. And he started weeping and weeping. Raja Maharaj was sitting down. So something made Vidya Vinod look up and he saw Sri Ramakrishna sitting there instead of Raja Maharaj. That was what Raja Maharaj was. He was so identified with his father, he had become one with it. And this is what, the outer covering is just, yes, sometimes he was in a very playful mood, sometimes he was in a very serious mood. But when he used to return to the mud from his various travels, it was like a celebration. See, say, how do you know that there's a manifestation of spirituality? There will be a celebratory attitude in everybody. People will celebrate. It's given in the Bhagavatam. So that is why we see he brought joy and happiness and peace. He never wanted to initiate people. Why? Because it used to make him ill. You got to take some of the disciples' karma in you when you initiate. So he wasn't interested at all. One day he went to see a play by Girish Chandra Ghosh on the life of Ramanuja. And there Ramanujacharya, he was initiated by his guru. And he was told, now don't give this mantra to anyone. So what happens if I give it? Oh, those who receive the mantra will be liberated. And those who give it, oh, those who give this mantra, you will go to hell. So, kind of. Next day, his guru was at Srirangam. On the steeple of the temple, Ramanujacharya is calling everybody, come quick. And hundreds of people gathered. Said, listen to this mantra. This is the mantra, you will be saved, you'll go to heaven. Okay. And his guru came and he's looking at what is mad guy is doing. And he's loudly giving this mantra. When he descended from the steeple, the guru was mighty pleased, saying, this is what a real disciple should be. One who can even go to hell so that others can go to heaven. That changed Raja Maharaj's, you can say, reservations about giving mantra. Then he went on giving mantras and mantras. Today we call him a Sadguru. And he is that's a real guru. These people had come down, like I said, to spread this spiritual power. It is required because otherwise the other types of power are going to swamp spirituality. Both these powers are necessary for the world. Both these powers keep the world in balance. And we see today both these powers working here in the US. And now it's up to us. Which one do you choose? Shreyas or Preyas? So Yama, the god of death, says, one who selects the desirable, which is obviously, they are short-sighted. And the one who select perfection, the path of perfection, they see the whole picture, the whole, you can say, scheme of unfolding. They select that. So today, we need to be large-hearted, see things in a wider perspective, and you will see when we select this spirituality, there will be a kind of abundance. We will be leaving it for future generations and generations. For this work, as we know, Sri Ramakrishna had come with all his great disciples. These were not ordinary souls. If Sri Ramakrishna, or Holy Mother for that matter, wouldn't have come, just assuming, he would have been an avatar. He would be worshipped as an avatar. So, only their powers, as it were kind of hidden. And later, after Sri Ramakrishna passed away and Holy Mother passed away, they started manifesting this power, letting it down gradually to us at all levels so that we can accept it and we will be blessed. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.